Coming up on this very first edition of the WinterStormCast.
Is Ray Rice going to have to smack a bitch?
CamWintendo walks hard.
Is Steve's destiny to play Destiny?
It is. CamWintendo is now Cam PS3.
And I'm hungry.
So let's do this. Here we go. We're at WinterStormCast with the sports, and a lot of stuff's been going on. Ray Rice situation's been happening.
Yeah, Adrian Peterson.
Yeah, now Adrian Peterson. What do you think of Ray Rice, though? What do you?
Did you see the video?
Yes, I did, and I have my own take on it too.
Did he knock her out, or did the elephant the elevator pole knock her out? Either way, he smacked a bitch.
My opinion is she got knocked out when she hit. Her face hit that thing pretty hard. Now I don't want to be on the hot seat because what I say might get me into trouble. So I'm just going to keep my opinions to a minimum.
All right.
You don't hit a bitch, but
yeah.
If you watch the video, she slaps him before they get on the elevator.
Yep.
So she was already in his face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're Ray Rice, though.
Yeah. It's too much emotion when you get when you get in a fight with your girlfriend.
In that exact moment.
Yes. There's a lot of tense. They
Let's
were probably out drinking.
Let's talk about it afterward. He, when the doors open, they're the only ones in the elevator. The doors open up. He could have just picked her up and just act like she was drunk. Like, oh yeah, she's drunk. She's drunk.
I know. He could have played off, but
no. He picked up the shoe and he looked at her like, what in the hell?
Yeah. Well, he was that pissed and he was that scared maybe that the shit just happened. Like, yeah, you grab her up, maybe shake her a little bit. You don't hit her. Yeah, like I said, my opinion might get me into some trouble. I don't think he should be suspended indefinitely. I really don't. Because they got married. They're still together.
Yeah. Like, is it going to be a year or is it only going to be...
Right now, they don't know. But I think he'll play in the NFL again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody will pick him up.
Right. And the whole Roger Goodell thing, that'll blow over. Yeah. That'll blow over. They're going to take their time with the investigation so people get over it. Time heals all wounds. So.
Yeah. It's kind of funny, though, how now this Roger Goodell thing starts, and all of a sudden now Adrian Peterson's under the spotlight now.
Well, is this for the thing that happened like a year ago?
All I know is that in the news they keep saying he beat his kid with a switch, which from what I know is a stick.
Well, I've seen he was indicted on felony charges.
Yeah.
That could get ugly, too.
Yeah.
That could get very ugly.
I was beat with a stick when I was a kid.
Yeah, I felt it a little bit, too. We don't know the severity of it, so that's another thing I can't... I know a year ago, supposedly, his son got beat, and he said it was another guy that did it. Or it was a different...
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so I don't know if this is the same case. They're coming back and saying, well, we're indicting you on felony charges for doing it.
I try not to look too much into the media for this stuff.
Yeah, I know, because we don't know behind closed doors. We actually had video of Ray Rice, though, so we could...
Yeah, so we can judge that.
Right, yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Let's both take drinks at the same time. It's cool.
Yes, because that segues into Chris Davis now.
Oh, my goodness.
The Baltimore Orioles, our favorite team, who actually are doing some of the best work in the MLB right now.
First place right now in the AL East.
Yep. And now Chris Davis... What's
25 game suspension.
That's going to run into the playoffs. About 8 games into the playoffs.
Ish, yep.
If we even make it that far.
Well, hey, our magic number as of last night was down to 5 after beating the Yanks in the doubleheader. So
here's a question:
we got 5 games to win.
How do you think of this? Would you rather have your team in the playoffs force 7 games? You can win 4 straight, but let's force 7 so we get Davis back quicker. Or do you just win all 4?
You just win.
Yeah.
They can do it without him.
Yeah, exactly.
They can do
exactly.
it
He's
without
not playing the best ball this year anyway.
Exactly. So, and this is what I'm talking about. Amphetamines, right? If
For
you're
Adderall. It was for Adderall.
If you're going to take drugs, man, whatever you're taking them for, take something that can make you hit the fucking ball.
Yeah, anyway. And he did last year.
Last year.
What, didn't they test him then? Or they tested him and he was fine?
I don't know. He's got half the home runs and probably 3 times as many strikeouts.
Yeah, Chris Davis, one of my favorite players. Sad news to hear, because Manny Machado, he's hurt his leg again.
Matt Wieters.
Yeah, Matt Wieters has been out. And we still been playing good ball without them guys.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we did get some great pickups though with De Aza and their Spanish last name guy.
Who? Jimenez. Ubaldo. You're not talking about Ubaldo.
No, that was last year. I'm talking about just recent pickups a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
Antonio Brown.
Yes.
We'll have to cue up that picture when we get here.
This is Sparta.
Yes, this is Pittsburgh. That was pretty awesome. I don't know about suspension, if he got anything out of it. You were asking me earlier. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I didn't really look up, didn't do my homework for that one. But
yeah, I don't
had
really
to bring
care
it
about
up.
the Steelers, but yeah,
I had to bring it up because that's. And did you see all the memes going around on the internet?
Yeah.
I'll have to put a couple up on the show here too, and we'll put up your boy Boomer.
Yeah,
because you want to know
with the eyes.
Look at these eyes. What is going on with these eyes?
He's got like I don't even know.
Yeah, it's like what do they call them, crow's feet.
That's like crow's
elephant
ass.
foot. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Boomer.
What? Yeah, we love Boomer, but
yeah,
wear some sunglasses, dude.
Seriously. Wes Welker, another one for amphetamines.
Ecstasy is what I heard.
All I heard was amphetamines.
Yeah,
that's a broad thing.
That's the new
term.
sports term now.
Yeah.
Whenever you get in trouble, I guess. I was thinking, and we'll get into Destiny later, a game that just came out. If I was a football player, why don't you just lock yourself in your house so you don't get in trouble? Play the new Destiny game, something, anything, keep yourself out of trouble.
Yeah.
I don't know, and I have no sympathy for these guys either, because
they make all this money and then they just
get back to the fans. I mean, we're the ones that buy your jerseys, buy the team stuff, and even the Ray Rice back there, as you can see on the camera. So
I like your Tim Tebow over there.
Yes, Tim Tebow, and the one above Ray Rice is the one I just got. The variant Julio Jones, number 130 out of 1,000, marked.
Look at you.
Mm-hmm.
But back to Tebow, he was my 15th pick in fantasy football
This year.
No, I'm just kidding.
It was Bobby's pick last year because he got too drunk at the draft. All right, let's go into movies.
Let's do it.
And that brings us into our movie segment here on WinterStormCast. We'll do a brief reviews of anything you've seen recently. I've seen Guardians of the Galaxy.
How is that?
Along with half of America that has seen it. This movie's killing it at the box office right now.
So I'm half of America who didn't see it yet.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's
This is a comic book movie, right?
Yeah, it's a comic book movie. It's a sci-fi comic book movie, and they made it into a kind of a comedy.
Okay.
Which that was the element that really made it what it was.
Gotcha.
I didn't like it as much as a lot of people did, but I still loved it. I don't want that to throw anybody off.
You're all about rating movies.
Yeah.
Throw it out there.
I think I rated it 8 on IMDb. I would have rated it 8.5, but you can't do that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But here we can.
85%.
Yeah.
Rotten Tomatoes is what I would give it.
Okay. All right. I just saw Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story.
Freaking old movie. You just seen
I
it.
just saw it.
You do your catching up later.
I'm a musically inclined person, and I just now saw the movie. But
awesome movie.
That was funny.
Yeah.
So many great cameo appearances.
John C. Reilly. That's 2 movies in a row that he was in, because he was in Guardians.
Okay.
Yep.
I guess it's John C. Reilly Day.
Mm-hmm. What's your Rotten Tomatoes score on that?
On Dewey Cox?
Yeah.
Man.
I can't really remember.
It's like a parody of everything that happened in music.
Yeah.
And it's so spot on. Everything's great. I'd got to give it a Rotten Tomato score.
Yeah.
93.
Wow. That's high for me. I would give it 79.
No way.
Yeah.
It's
quick trivia.
So
who
funny.
plays Elvis in the movie?
Jack White.
Jack White plays
Dude,
Elvis.
I was like, that's Jack White.
Mhm.
He's like, I'm the king. I was like,
A couple penises in that movie.
yeah, I think it's one, but
Yeah.
over and over and
Yeah.
over.
Same dude.
Yeah.
I just started a new playlist on YouTube. I'll have to send you a link. Retrocast television, where it's just basically my childhood commercials, shows, music videos.
Where's the
all
beef?
all lumped into one. But eventually I want to make one separately where me, you, and Kev just can add at any time, like
Yeah.
old school stuff that we remember from the past or whatever. But yeah, Retrocast television, check that out. Ray Donovan, you ever see it? Showtime series, Ray Donovan.
No.
Freaking awesome. Loved it. Season 2 is on right now. Just getting ready to wrap that up.
Okay.
Showtime. You probably don't have Showtime on demand, do you?
I don't.
You do have HBO on
I
demand.
do have HBO.
And you still didn't watch True Detective yet.
Still did not.
Boo this man. Boo him. I'm trying to get Casey, a guy I play Xbox with, to watch Breaking Bad, and he...
I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah. Have you seen Dexter?
No.
Okay, so the two main shows that everybody talk about, Dexter and Breaking Bad.
And Game of Thrones, which
And yeah,
had like a
don't
half
forget
a year
that.
to watch.
Don't
season
forget
5.
that. Right. And where's Newsroom at? I've been waiting for that forever.
I don't know, man. It's the last season, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Season 3.
Third and final.
And it did. I thought it was started by now. Anyway, I'm trying to get him to watch Breaking Bad, and he's like, "Nah, I already seen Dexter. That's the best show. There's nothing that can beat it." Dude, you gotta give it a try.
Yeah.
I said,
so
but clear your
close-minded.
schedule, because
Yeah.
once you start episode 1, you're done, dude.
Well, it took me episode 2 to.
Well,
really
some
get into
people,
it.
yeah. But me, that first episode where he's in his underwear in the RV, it's perfect.
Yeah. It was a great show. Well written.
Mm-hmm.
It was,
Vince Gilligan,
yeah.
and other writers.
Yeah.
You got anything else on movies? Because I don't.
You don't.
I don't.
You don't.
No. Days of Future Past, but that was a couple months
I
ago.
just bought Euro Trip for $5.
Euro Trip was a semi-sequel to Road Trip, I think.
Not really.
Was
Just
it same
going
director?
off of-
Was it Todd Phillips that directed
I
it?
don't know. That's a good question.
Todd Phillips directed Hangover, Road Trip,
That is a good possibility.
Old School.
Yeah. Okay.
but he always makes a cameo too. Old School, he's
Yeah.
in the elevator. Or no, he's the one that knocks on the door and says, "I'm here for the gangbang."
Okay.
Road Trip, he's the dude, the
who
freak
tries
on
to
the
lick-
bus.
lick the girl's feet.
Feet, yeah.
Yeah.
Amy's,
The guy with
whatever.
The guy
her
with
name is.
the fro and
Yep, and the
Amy
glasses.
Smart.
Yep.
Yes,
Amy Smart,
I got
yeah.
you. Yeah.
I was gonna say that, but I was thinking Amanda Pete for some
He's
reason.
like, you have beautiful feet.
You
Yeah.
would think it was Quentin Tarantino with his old foot fetish.
Yeah. Yeah. With a fro.
And
Yeah.
Hangover, he was in the elevator getting blown by somebody when they go in.
Gotcha.
When they're trying to sneak the tiger out on the thing.
I gotta watch those 3 movies.
You never seen them? Wow.
I saw bits and pieces of the
Guilty Confessions with
second one.
CamWintendo.
Yeah. The second one is that
Yeah.
the one where what's his name? Chang.
Chang. Yeah, the
Where he's kidnapped or something.
yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw bits and pieces of that one. I haven't seen a whole.
Yeah, that is the
Hangover
second
movie.
one where they're in Bangkok or Brazil or
I
something.
wouldn't be able to.
I can't remember. They went too far with them if we're talking about Hangover. The first one they should have just stopped there.
Yeah.
I mean they're funny, they have their moments, but they're not the greatest at
Yeah.
it first.
What about TV shows? Any other series going on?
Just Ray Donovan we've been trying to catch up with. There's a new show on USA called Satisfaction.
Okay.
Where I'll give you a brief summary of it. A guy finds out his wife has another lover.
Okay.
Doesn't want to leave him for him, but she just for sex.
Yeah.
So he finds this out. He's like a male hooker, Deuce Bigelow style. So he finds her phone and brain fart, man, at the worst time.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, I kind of get it.
You don't. This is good. Let me follow through with this. He finds a phone.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to remember. I'm so deep in the story now that I can't really remember episode 1. He finds her phone, and I don't remember the events.
He finds a phone.
Yeah.
I know that much.
Why can't I get this? He finds the phone, and
whose phone does he find? Her phone.
Oh, okay, here it is. Yeah. See, I skipped ahead too far. He sees the dude that she's sleeping with.
Yeah.
He finds him.
Okay.
Stops him in the car, and he goes to like beat him up and stuff, but he can't take the dude. He's like too old, so he's pissed. He's sitting there, and he falls in a puddle. Dude gives him his jacket. He's like, "Look, man, I didn't know you were who you are, her husband, and she just comes to me for sex is what I do."
Yeah.
So the jacket that he put on him, he leaves it on him and leaves, and his phone is in there.
Okay.
So anytime she tries to get a hold of him, her husband gets the messages, and he's like toying with her, like acting like he's him.
Yeah.
So then also having his phone, he has the whole client list of all the girls that he sleeps with. So he decides to start sleeping with girls.
So he becomes a gigolo because
his wife is doing a gigolo. It's a crazy premise. Once you know what I mean.
That's pretty good.
It's a pretty good show.
Pretty good.
It's a lot you can work with in that environment. So yeah, it's a pretty good show.
But does he get paid?
Mm-hmm.
It's a
he doesn't really want the money though.
Oh, well, I would. The satisfaction, I guess.
There you go.
He just wants the satisfaction.
Way to wrap that one up.
Yeah.
And what about you? Any more shows?
Just waiting on GOT season 5, man.
Everyone is, man.
Yeah.
Waiting on dude to finish the books too.
Yeah. Come on, George R. Martin.
That'll segue good into Destiny. You'll see. Boom. And I don't know if this is going to be permanent, but the Gold Star Podcast might just translate into a little segment here on the WinterStormCast.
All right.
If we ever find enough, which this is the time of year when we will find enough to talk about video games, because this is when everything comes out, then we'll do a whole another show. But for right now, my battery's running low.
Good timing. Good timing.
So, this will be our Gold Star Podcast for at least this month.
All right.
So we'll get into a little bit of what you've been playing. And I heard you just got a new system.
What's not new?
Well, yeah.
It's new for me.
New for you, yes.
Yes, yeah. I'm always a generation behind, you could say.
Well, it's smart because then you pay less money for everything.
So cheap. So cheap.
Right, yeah.
I just got a PlayStation 3.
Sweet. Still never had one.
You never had one?
Nope.
It's a funny story how I got one. I don't know if I should get into that or not.
Walk us through it.
Okay.
Run us through
I
it.
want to run us through it.
Yeah.
A guy comes into the scrapyard, tries to scrap it. We can't take electronics. I was like, well, I want to see if it works. So I go home, try to make it work. Doesn't have a hard drive. I'm like, shit. Call up my buddy. He's like, oh, I got one. I'll just give you one. So I was like, cool, I'll do that. He gives me one. It's one of the old school ones that has the backwards compatibility. I'm like, yes. His hard drive screwed up. I'm like, son of a bitch. So I get on Facebook. I'm like, I got two PlayStation 3s. I just want one. Anybody want to help me out? Guy's like, I'll sell you one. I was like, how much you want for it? $60. Boom, got one. So I got 3 PS3s. One works. $60 in the hole. Not bad.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So you called me up from GameStop and wanted to know what game you should get. I suggested The Last of Us, which many people watching, if there's anyone watching, probably would agree with me that Last of Us is one of the games to get.
And I did not get it.
Right.
But I'm going to.
You had it in your hands.
I'm going to.
You had it in your hands.
It was a little on the more expensive side.
Right.
I figured I'd get 2 for the price of that.
Yes.
So I got Skyrim, which was a favorite of mine when I had the Xbox 360.
Right.
It took up too much of my life.
Also made your top 10 games list of all time.
Exactly.
Yep.
And Grand Theft Auto the 5th.
Which both of them made my top 10 list of all time.
So I think I got 2 pretty good games.
Yes, you did. But you haven't been playing much of Grand Theft Auto, and that's the one you need to get into.
I was just got to that crazy guy, the hillbilly who just wants to shoot
Trevor.
everybody. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. When you're him, there's a hat you can buy that looks like the original Orioles hat with the white and the orange here and the orange brim. So I rocked that the whole time.
Bitchin'.
But yeah, awesome game. They're just getting ready to release it for the one. Can't wait. I'm going to go through that whole thing again because I already did 100% story mode on the 360.
PlayStation Network users, CamWintendo is my gamer tag thing. CamWintendo.
It's a clever name that you thought of, and you know it's going to be available any social media site you go to. It's just
everything.
It works. You don't have to put a number behind it because it's the same as someone else's. It's cool.
Yeah.
Same. My bald Kano works everywhere. Too.
Yeah,
Nobody else has that.
Nobody.
So yeah, sweet. Grand Theft Auto 5. You didn't play enough that you could really
elaborate on. No, but
yeah.
I did play a lot of online stuff, dude. That's so much fun because I'm at such a low level that I think maybe I'm at like 14 now or something.
Yeah.
But you got to unlock certain missions to do at certain levels.
Yeah.
So if I play with people that are already up in the hundreds,
you can get into them.
I'm like, dude, let's go steal a fucking plane. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. See, I didn't get enough time to play it because I traded it in towards the one.
Yeah.
And they launched multiplayer like a couple of weeks or months after the original game came out, so I didn't get a chance to dip into that.
That is pretty fun.
Yeah, I keep hearing it is fun.
Yeah.
Destiny just came out.
Yes.
Have you heard anything about this game?
I heard that it's one of the greatest things in the history of the world.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. It's like Halo times 5. It's great, but I had enough time with it already that I can do a brief review. A lot of multiplayer I played. The thing about this game is like you don't know really anything. You don't really know how to do anything. But the level progression system that they have, like it's perfect. It helps you at the right times learn what you need to learn. And I'm telling you, there's so much stuff. It's like an RPG shooter. It's crazy.
I hate those games that like really help you through the game the whole way through.
Yeah, that's
like,
too much.
It's like, dude, all right, do it for the first 20 minutes.
Right. Well, it doesn't hold your hand that long.
Yeah.
It you'll get to level 8 maybe, and then you're kind of like on your own to figure. You're actually on your own to figure everything out.
Yeah.
Because I hit level 20, I'm like, why ain't my dude ranking up anymore? Well, you need to get this certain light armor. And if I explain Crucible marks to you, Vanguard marks to you, nobody would know what I was talking about. Even if you own the game, you wouldn't even really know
until you
get there, till you experience it. Yeah. So I'm still learning stuff, and it's crazy because I'm level 20, and you think that I know everything by now. I don't know shit about the game yet.
Yeah.
So much stuff in there. Played a lot of online last night, and that was fun. Hard. There's a lot of good guys out there.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's the way it goes. Destiny.
Consoles.
Consoles. What do you mean?
What's it for?
It's for like everything.
Okay.
It's for PS3 too. If you wanted to jump into it, there you go.
To get that.
9 out of 10.
All right.
I'd give it 10 out of 10, but the loading times are pretty shitty.
Yeah, for an Xbox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I even bought it digitally. But now you can do everything you have to install, like PS3. You didn't have to do that with 360. Same generation. But now these new generations, you have to do it with everything now.
Yeah.
Whether you have a disc or if you do it digitally, you have to install it, which is kind of dumb, but it's supposed to help load times. Doesn't really help this one. Pre-ordered the game digitally, so it downloaded before it came out.
Okay.
Just stays locked.
Yeah.
Until
that's cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. Cool. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Until 3 a.m. Eastern time, 12 o'clock Pacific, midnight for Pacific, which is kind of dumb because I could have went to GameStop
and at midnight and got
it. Right, and I would have had it.
But by the time that you would have gotten home and had the installation, it probably would have been 3 o'clock.
Very true, very true.
Yeah.
So yeah, 9 out of 10. Madden 15 came out, awesome. No online team play. Quick jab at EA. They do this with new consoles. It's like the first or two games that they have, sports games or not.
Yeah.
They like take out features just to add them later on. What gives, man? You guys make so much money off of people. Every year I buy Madden. It's crazy. And they're slapping me in the face, man.
Yeah.
But it's awesome. Like the graphics are great. The presentation looks like an NFL game. Definitely best Madden ever for sure.
Every year it just gets better.
Yep, 9 out of 10. It would have been 10 out of 10. Would have been the first Madden I would have gave 10 out of 10 if they kept the online team play. Because I got Casey to buy a freaking Xbox with Madden bundled in.
To do
just
that.
so we can play together.
And
I
you
can
can't.
bomb to the receiver and can't do it.
Take it back, Casey. Take it back.
No, don't. But that's pretty much all I've been playing. My gamer score, I'll show a picture of it like at this point now and see how much my score rise from our last episode. Probably a couple thousand this time.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Because it's been a while. Two, because I've been putting in work with these new games. Also, Ray Rice, they pulled him out of Madden. Yeah. And they have an Ultimate Team thing where you can collect digital cards and add them to your team.
Yeah.
So I got the Ray Rice card. I'm like, man, they better not take it away. If they do, they better give me coins because it's hard to earn coins in that.
Yeah.
And they left him in there for that. So I'll hold him for like a month, see if he like becomes rare, and sell him. Yeah. I got it all mapped out.
Yep. I think that pretty much does it.
Yeah, that'll wrap up the Gold Star Pod Quest segment.
Killer Tofu!